everyone, welcome to another video where we're sharing our secrets to our happy marriage, and today we're going to be talking about giving your partner freedom. So we're just discussing that subject on how we deal with that issue in our home to make sure that we're both having some quality time away from each other.
And that's really important.
Yeah,
because you got definitely got to give each other freedom in your relationship.
Yeah.
So with the first bit, we're going to discuss stuff like going out with friends, which is the simple part of it. But freedom in regards to going out with friends is really important, because that's when you probably that's probably the one time when you actually let your hair down.
Yeah, that's true.
And that's when you actually can relax from acting a certain way maybe in your relationship. Not that you're going to act out of character, but you can relax.
Friends,
you can relax, you have banter,
yeah,
you can have a joke and a laugh with your friends. So definitely going out with friends is important, and at that point, touching back on the point of trust, which we already discussed, you definitely don't want harassment at that point from your partner, like when are you going to be home, or I'm at home alone, hope you're having a good time.
Yeah.
You know, any sort of sarcasm or anything like that.
Yeah. So you don't want to make your partner feel guilty that they're out enjoying their time away from you and the family. So like we do that quite a lot.
Yeah, I mean, Primrose a few days ago, Primrose went out with a couple of friends. They wanted to just catch up, and Prim doesn't go out a lot. So she said to me, Jazz, I want to go out and see two of our friends. And I was like, yeah, go for it. And she goes, oh, we want to go eat something, like, could you recommend something? They wanted American diner food. So I said, okay, and I recommended two places. I even searched out another one that she didn't know about, and I helped you out book it. So it wasn't like, oh, you want to go out? Why do you want to go out?
Exactly.
Why are you going out with them? Where are you going to be? What time are you going to get home?
Exactly.
None of that happened, because I don't get that from her, so I don't give it, and I don't expect it back.
That's it.
But she's very good like that. Primrose never questions me about where I go and what I do. Even though she's well within her right as my partner and my wife. Yeah. But there's no harassment. No. Like, what time do you get in? Or,
I think for me it comes down to security in the relationship. Because you make me feel secure in the relationship, and I feel like I can trust you. I don't feel like I have to be on top of you, controlling each and every aspect of your behavior, right? I feel like you can handle yourself when you're out there, and you know what's expected of you. I don't have to be calling, texting, double checking.
Or one day if he's speaking to someone, or one day if he's up to no good.
Or is he really where he said he was gonna go?
Or am I actually with my friends that I said I'm
That's
with?
it. So for us that doesn't work at all. And another thing that when we got together, and again we explained it in our opposites attract video, is that we're two completely different characters. I'm very introverted and I love time alone, and Jazz is extroverted, so his free time, you prefer to spend it with friends, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, if I'm not relaxing at home with the kids and with Prim, definitely I'd like to go see my friends, because I've got a group of 5 friends and we're really tight. We're all like brothers. So Primrose knows all of them, she knows all their partners and wives, so there's
I've known them from day one.
And you've known them from day one, so there's no issues there. But she knows that I definitely like socialising with them. Like I said, they're like family to me. So, I mean, we went out a couple of days ago. I got in probably at 5 o'clock. I don't know. Was it 5 o'clock?
It was probably about 5 o'clock.
It was about 5 o'clock.
Yeah, because Finn was about getting up.
Yeah, so for me, I went out, I had a good time, I got hammered, as you do, we drank a lot. And I had a good night catching up with my friends, but I hadn't done that for a while. Exactly. So for me, I needed that. But even if I did do it every couple of weeks, I'm sure Primrose wouldn't question me, as long as I was meeting my responsibilities.
That's it.
And that's where it ends up becoming a problem as well. Because if you're finding that your partner's going out every week getting absolutely hammered, and their responsibilities are suffering off the back of it, you and maybe your kids, or maybe he has to go to work and he's calling in sick, or
maybe your whole weekend is a write-off.
Or your whole weekend's been written off and you can't really do anything together. Then it's I guess more a case of not you can't go out, but it's more a case of should you be going out and getting hammered every weekend and drinking every week?
Drink so much.
Don't drink so much. Or control yourself now and again, so that we can actually enjoy ourselves together rather than 2 or 3 days are wasted. So
and so like the point I touched on, for me when I'm having my free time, again I'm completely different to Jazz. Like I went out with a couple of friends a couple of days ago, But usually I like to read a book. I like just takes the kids upstairs, puts them to sleep. He does whatever he's doing.
Yeah.
And or I go and have a bath, and I like just reading and
You're on the internet or
listening to my motivational stuff or doing some meditation. So I definitely need some quiet time.
You had a bath yesterday and she spent about 4 hours in the bath.
Yeah.
But I knew that was going to happen, so I just took care of the kids.
Yeah.
I made dinner. I just let her get on with what she wanted to do.
Exactly.
And then at the end, around bedtime, put them to bed, and she was like, okay, I'm going to go relax downstairs. That was her free time.
Exactly.
Because the day before I had my free time.
Yeah. So it's about respecting each other's types of how somebody recharges their battery. My one is completely like being quiet, and his is being social and outgoing and having a good time.
But that's what helps you grow, and that's what helps you reconnect with yourself.
Yes.
And if someone's trying to take that away from you, in the long run, that's going to have really divisive factors, because the person, like I said, just going to be really angry at you that you don't let them have any free time, and when you do, all you do is harass them.
Yeah, so you're trying to control someone.
Yeah, so at that point, your relationship's just going to start falling apart.
So
because I know how I would feel if she stopped me doing that. Because I'll be like, wait a minute, I can't go and see my friends and my family in my own time. Now I'm getting very frustrated, so I could get snappy, angry at her. All of a sudden you're arguing now.
Exactly.
So you have to understand the consequences of you stopping
the other person
from having that free time, that freedom that they need.
So like we were discussing before, and we were saying like it's almost like going to work and you're at work for 8 hours or 12 hours, whatever shift it is that you do. And then your work expects you to be on the ball since when you clock in to when you clock off, and you're not allowed any break. You can't do anything. You just have to be in the zone completely. And that's what we feel like.
Yeah.
If you don't give your partner freedom away from you, away from the family, just so they can just be themselves, that's what it's like. They're expected to just be completely focused on the relationship. Definitely. There's nothing else that matters, and we think in the long run,
it's very bad.
You're gonna find it so exhausting just being completely focused, right? You need that time away.
Because there's even partners that, and for example, like say they were both into a lot of fitness when they got together. One used to go to the gym a lot, like I do. The other one used to go and play football or netball or whatever, or whatever, rounders or whatever they did, running. But all of a sudden now they're not doing it because the partner's like, wait a minute, I want you to spend time with me now because I'm home now from work.
Yeah,
and I don't want you to go outside. So, but I want to go to the gym for an hour and a half. Why can't I go? And it's like, no, you can't because there's no reason. There's an insecurity there.
Yeah,
so
you're stopping people.
So you're becoming clingy.
That's it.
And you're stopping that person from having that freedom. That again is going to cause problems. There's people I've heard, they used to play a lot of football. They used to go do a lot of sports. Once they got married, they stopped doing it. And the state of them now is awful because they're not in good shape. And it's like, wow, you used to play sports every weekend, but you stopped doing it. So even if you have hobbies, it's important to carry on with those hobbies.
That's it.
Those hobbies could be going to, I don't know, going playing football, like I said, or going for long walks. It could be anything that you like doing by yourself.
On your bike and stuff like that.
Just to focus on yourself. It could be anything.
Sometimes you just need that mental clarity. You just need that time just to like, almost like taking the computer and shutting it down.
De-stressing it by yourself.
So you don't have lots of programs running in it on the background all the time. So you can just like concentrate properly. So freedom for us is very important. And for us, we always say like, if Jazz is going out, I don't disturb him. And he knows just because my free time, I like most of the time to be at home. He doesn't then think, oh, well, you're just at home, so I'm going to come and disturb you. He completely leaves me alone.
No, I just completely leave you alone,
If I have a bath for 3 hours, nobody comes in. And unless somebody needs me, it's a matter of life and death.
Unless there's a problem or something's happened. And even then, but I will check that she doesn't need anything to drink or eat.
Exactly.
So I do make sure she's going to survive up there. Because that's how long she's having a bath for. And then what else was there? That basically, most of the time, that's basically most of the things, like any hobbies that you had, if you like going out with friends, you need to give that person freedom.
Yes. And you need to respect each other to give that person
that
time away from you and not to feel insecure and not to feel like you've been abandoned or something like that. And again, those feelings is something that you can communicate with your partner that, when you go out, I feel alone, and then you can start addressing, or how can you not feel alone? Maybe when he goes out, maybe you then go out with your friends, and then you're having that free
time. At least both of you are kind of aware, not alone.
Exactly.
If that's what's affecting you.
Yeah.
So you can say, oh wait a minute, I'm going out tonight. Make sure you organise something with a friend. Even if you just go for pizza and then watch a DVD at their house.
Yeah. Or come to our house and you can have your pizza if you want that way, isn't it?
For example.
Yeah. So that way you're saving time on two people going away at different times. So again, like we said, this series is going to sort of like touch on different subjects. Like again, we touched on trust, being able to trust your partner when they're out, and again, communication, that you communicate that this is what I like doing when I go out. Can you give me the time? And then he might say, oh, you know what? It's actually my so-and-so's birthday that week. Can you do it another time? So again, it's like communicating, okay, I'm going to go and I'm going to do this. It's okay with you.
It's still important to check with your partner when you want that freedom.
That's it.
Because you can't, someone could say, alright, Jazz, come out. We're going to go out drinking on Saturday. So say today's Wednesday. Now I can't say, oh yeah, no, I'm definitely there. I have to at least say, okay, I'll let you know.
Exactly.
And then show the courtesy, because that's important. You got to still show the courtesy to your wife or your husband. To say, look, is it okay if I go out on Saturday, everyone's meeting up? So that at least if they've got plans already for you or for themselves, then you can work around it. But if you're just going to say yeah, and then all of a sudden they go, wait a minute, we were supposed to go to my mum and dad's that day, or we were supposed to, I was actually going to go out with my friends that day, and don't you remember I told you? Like, because people forget.
Exactly.
So it's always important to check. Do you mind if I do this? So freedom is good, but it's not to say you don't check in.
No.
You still say, yeah, can I go all that day? Or is it fine for me to go that day? And it's like, yeah, but it shouldn't be, no, you can't. It can't be like that.
No.
You have to have that freedom.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So again, guys, let us know how you deal with this subject in your homes. How do you give each other time away to just distress and regroup your thoughts? We would like to know, share your tips with everyone in the comment sections, because we always like reading your tips, and especially the tips that have been coming in on the other videos. I've really actually been enjoying reading them. I was like, oh, okay, yeah, I'm gonna steal that tip because that actually sounds really good. So again, give this video a thumbs up and share it to your friends and family if you find it is helping you. And you know, there's nothing else really.
No, that's it.
So that's freedom really. So yeah, we'll see you guys in the next video, and take care. Bye for now. Hi guys. Welcome to another video of us sharing the secrets to our happy home, and today we're going to be talking about house chores, something that